Hello and welcome to Research Academy's YouTube channel. Today we will talk about the previous year questions on family law in CLAT PG question paper from 2020 to 2024. So if you're somebody who is preparing for this exam, do check out this video to understand what kind of questions they are asking from the subject. Before we move further, we have a quick announcement. We are having a scholarship test for CLAT PG 2025 batch in which you can get up to 100% scholarship. The test is on 4th February 2024. You can register from the link in the description. Now let's see the first paper that we are going to analyze, which is CLAT PG 2024 paper, and let's see what kind of questions were asked from family law in this. So one passage was asked in which 5 questions were there. So this passage is from the judgment of Zahid Khatun versus Nurul Khan, and the issue seems to be about maintenance. So the questions in this were quite easy, and most of them were from the deductive understanding of the passage itself. So the first question was that for a person under Muslim Women Act, what is the remedy available to them? So the right answer was that they can approach the magistrate with an application. The second question from this passage was as to what are the factors which are considered while granting maintenance to divorced women under this 1986 law. Now the option seems to be a little similar, but when you read the passage, as per the understanding of the passage, option B is the most appropriate answer. So this was a little bit of a question based on interpretation of the passage and not really just the general understanding of law. The next question was with respect to what is the meaning of the word provision in section 3. So the right answer was option C. The next question was that according to the landmark judgment of Daniel Latifi case, which of the following is true? So as per this very landmark judgment of 2005, the right answer is option C, that the maintenance has to be given to the wife unless she remarries. And the last question from this passage was that what kind of arrangements have to be made by the Muslim husband under section 3. Now again, the answer to this was also in the passage itself, although all the 5 questions were quite easy and could be basically answered if you have a basic understanding of family law. So these were the 5 questions which were asked in the 2024 paper. Now moving on to the CLAT PG 2023 exam, no questions were asked from family law. So this was the one year where they did not ask any questions from this subject. Now let's take a look at 2022 question paper. So this is the passage that they gave, which is again on maintenance. So the first question was that from which of the judgments is this passage taken? So there's a one landmark case which came out in 2021, Rajneesh versus Neha. So this is the name of the case from which this passage has been taken. Next question was that as per Hindu Marriage Act, which of the following is provided? So out of the 4 options, option A is the right answer because it includes all the remedies which are available under HMA. Next question was that which of the following statutes does not contain provision relating to maintenance? So the answer is option D, that is the 2019 Muslim Women Protection of Rights on Marriage Act, because this deals with the illegality of triple talaq. So it does not deal with the issue of maintenance. The next question was that which of the following is not a direction given by the Supreme Court in this judgment. So they're asking that in Rajneesh versus Neha case, which of the following was not one of the directions which was given. So the option C is the right answer, that it is not mandatory for applicant to disclose previous proceedings. So this is something which was not a direction because all these disclosures were made mandatory by that case. The next question was that which of the following is not correct as per section 125 of CRPC. So this was based on your direct understanding of the Bare Act, and option D is the right answer. Last question was which of the following is correct about Hama. Now there were 4 options, but unfortunately there's no correct answer to this, and CLAT had to cancel this question because more than 2 options are right. So this question was left out by the team. Now let's see the next passage which was asked in this paper. So this is the passage which is about family courts, right? So the first question that they asked was with respect to family court itself, that which of the following is not correct about Family Courts Act 1984. Now this was a little unexpected back in that year because Family Courts Act is a law which generally people don't read while reading family law in general, because we generally read about Hindu law and Muslim law. We don't really go to Family Courts Act. So the right answer to this question was option B. Next question was that based on this excerpt, which of the following judgment is related to working of family courts? Now a landmark case, a recent judgment had come back then, Aman Lohia versus Kiran Lohia, which dealt with this issue. Next question is that based on this excerpt, which of the following was held by Supreme Court in relation to family code. So option A is the right answer, that non-compliance of prescribed mandatory procedure and infraction of PNJ is not a technical irregularity. Next question was that family code must adhere to which norms? So the right answer was fair procedure and natural justice. Next question was that which of the following is not correct with respect to family code? So the option was that proceedings must always be held in camera. That is not always true. Next question was that Family Codes Act does not apply to which of the following matters? So the right option was option D, that is adoption under Hindu law. Now let's see CLAT PG 2021 question paper. So this year they had asked the passage which was based on section 6 of the Hindu Succession Act. Now mind you, in that year actually a very landmark case had come with respect to interpretation of the amendment which happened to section 6, and that is why this issue was relevant back then. So the first question was that which of the following judgment is not related to property rights of a daughter? The right answer was option D. Next question was, based on this excerpt, which of the following statement is not correct? So you had to answer that based on the understanding of section 6, which of the following seems to be untrue? So option B was incorrect out of the 4 options. Next question was, which of the following doctrine of legal fiction is there to ascertain the share of a deceased in a joint property? So the right answer is doctrine of notional partition. Next question was that the case of Kiran Devi versus Bihar is related to which issue? So the answer was presumption of Hindu joint family property. Next question was that as per the judgment, which of the following is correct in relation to the living status of the father? Now this was the central issue of this case. So the right answer was option D. Last question was that in which of the following judgments was it held that a Hindu joint family is presumed to be joint in food worship, etc. So the right answer was option C. Now, this was the first passage that they asked, and the next passage that they asked was with respect to the issue of guardianship. So, from this, they asked very basic BERAC questions. So, the first question was that in which judgment the constitutionality of Section 6 of HMGA was challenged. So, the answer was Geeta Hariharan, option C. Next was, who is the natural guardian of a Hindu minor? The right answer was option D. Next question they asked that which of the judgment does not relate to the welfare of the minor being paramount consideration? That was option B. Next question again was from the BERAC that natural guardian of an adopted child is who? So the right answer was option A. Next question was which of the following is not correct regarding parents patria? So the right answer was option C. And the last question was which of the following judgments is related to concept of shared parenting? So the answer was option A. Now let's see CLAT PG 2020 question paper, which was the first year in which they actually changed the pattern and introduced these comprehension based questions. So this was the passage which was taken from the judgment of triple talaq. So this was the passage that they was asking. So the first question was that the fill in the blank in 1, what can we replace it with? So the right answer was the judgment of Shamim Ara. Next question was that which of the law is being talked about in bracket 2. So the answer was option A. Then they gave 4 statements and they asked that as per this judgment, which of the following is true about the judgment? So actually the first 3 options were right and the last one was not. So option B was the right answer. Next question was about the basics of Muslim marriage and divorce. So they were asking that they told you the types of talaq and they were asking which of the following are correctly matched. So the right answer is option A, that option A is not correctly matched. The other 3 forms of talaq are rightly matched. Next question was they were asking about the landmark judgment that personal laws are beyond the pale of fundamental rights. Which judgment said that? So the answer was option A. Next question was what is the meaning of the term res integra? So option A is the right answer. Then they gave a very famous passage from a Delhi High Court judgment and they asked that which of the case is this passage taken from? So this is actually quite landmark. So the right answer was Harvinder Kaur versus Harvinder Singh Chaudhary. Next question was they gave you 4 statements and they were asking which of the following statement is correct. So the right answer is only option 1 and 3 are correct. Option 2 and 4 were false. Then they asked again a very basic of Muslim divorce, that what is the meaning of the term khula? So option A truly defines what is khula. The last question that they asked was that out of these 4 options you have to tell which of the statement is true. So only option B was true. So as you can see, we have analyzed 4-year papers. You can definitely pause and take a screenshot on the screen if you want to keep a record of these questions. So if you have any questions or if you have any suggestions with respect to what you would like to see next, do comment in the chat box and If you like this video, please like and share and subscribe to our YouTube channel.